Hi, hello, happy September. It's Indira Grace. Um, so I'm doing the horoscope readings for water signs, and I'm doing Kyle Gray's Keeper of the Light Oracle cards today. Always a thing, trying to make sure we get the glare off of it so you can see them. All right, so that's what I'm doing for today. So water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay. And for Cancer, you actually got Diana, Goddess Diana. Um, so Cancer, what you are doing for the month of September is you're actually setting your intentions for the month of September. You are, think about what you want, set your sights high, and expect the best possible outcome. Like stay so focused on that. So like for me, I'm not a Cancer, I'm a Virgo, eager to see what I have for the month. But what's most important for me to remember for this month is for what I'm doing is I have these very specific goals that I want to get done. And so every day I'm taking steps towards them. Every single day I'm doing one thing or two things that gets me towards those goals. Because I have like five. And I can't do one thing toward every goal every day because I don't have the time for that. I work a job, I run a school, I have my own business. Don't always have time every single day, but I do have time every single day to make one or two steps towards. And so that's what I'm doing. So for Cancer, that's also what you're being encouraged to do. Think about what you desire, set your sights on what you want, expect the best, and to take those steps every single day. Okay. For Scorpio, you have Katumi, Cloak of Wisdom. Okay, beautiful face there. And for Scorpio, for the month of September, it feels like you're going to have like some decisions that you have to make. And when you make those decisions, trust that you already know the answer. Trust that you already know. You trust what you know, trust the experience, trust the education you have, and make those decisions based off of that. Don't go seeking outside sources for your confirmation or an affirmation that you're doing it right. For Cancer, for the month of September, it really is about knowing what you know and going off of that. My mother was a Taurus, and one thing that she would always say to me was, don't ask anybody their advice on anything. You can ask them what they know about certain things, but never ask them their advice. And I would always say, why? And she said, because they don't have your heart. They don't have your mind. They don't have to live with the decision you make and how that affects you. You have to live with the decision that you make and how that affects you. And that always made sense to me. And so if I don't know something, I research it and then I make the decision based on my heart and my mind. And so Scorpio, you're being encouraged to do the same thing. If you don't know it, do the research. If you do know it, then make the decision on what you know and on your heart and on your mind, and don't go seeking outside sources. All right. Little mom advice there for my mother. Pisces. So Pisces, you have the Miriam. Notice it's like a twin. It says sacred vision. Okay. And what's coming up for you is the month of September. Pisces is going to be a little bit about healing. And so one is choose forgiveness. And we've probably heard it a million times if we've heard it once. And that is, we don't choose to forgive one to excuse the behavior that somebody did. That's not what forgiveness is about. And we know that. We choose to forgive to bring peace to ourselves, because walking around with anger is a very heavy thing. And I can't tell you how many times that I have been enraged about something, and I finally, I can only handle it for about 30 minutes. I can only handle anger and end up being upset for about 30 minutes. And then I start having to let it go because it weighs very heavily on my heart. And I don't like to unpack in emotions like that. And so I immediately choose to forgive. And how I do it, and this is the next part of your message, Pisces, is by seeing the light in all things. And so it's really hard for me. I had to go through and forgive my father for some things that were really, really harsh, really very abusive things that my father did to me many, many years ago, like more than almost 50 years ago. My dad did those things. And I had to go through and forgive. And what made it easier was looking at the background that he came from, and particularly his father, and knowing that he wasn't born that way. That was taught in him by a person or people and by situations. And knowing then that had I had the same brain chemistry, the same experiences, the same heart that he had, I probably would have ended up exactly the same way. We have to think about that. We can't judge another's actions by where we are. We have to judge them by where they are. And when we do that, then we can't judge them at all, because we cannot guarantee that we would have never done the same thing. And so Pisceans, for the month of September, you are going to forgive and see the light in everything. So it's going to be a healing month for you. I encourage and invite you to find a Reiki teacher or Reiki practitioner, maybe get a Reiki session, or a really good healer. I have a really good one that I go to. In fact, I have to make an appointment with him because I'm kind of processing some stuff in my life right now. And so I really invite you to do that. Find somebody to work with, or to do some yoga or something like that to help move that through your system. So, yeah. All right, guys. Happy September to you all. Please follow me on Facebook. Follow your son at Indira Grace, or follow your son with Indira Grace, and then on Instagram, follow your son _ Indira Grace. Thank you. Namaste. And good night.